Okay guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you from Pomona and we're looking at a beautiful David Weekley model home. This is actually Antonio here in Pomona Subdivision. So I can't wait to show you this beautiful home by David Weekley. Okay, so this beautiful model home by David Weekley, this is in Antonio. This home is between 2,100 to 2,400 square feet. It has a lot of flexibility. One thing I will say about this home, you're sitting on a 45-foot lot. So this is your traditional single family home. This home is nice size, so it can cater to multiple size families depending on your needs. Also, we're right located about 20-30 minutes from downtown, particularly close to the medical center, which a lot of people in the medical field, they love to be close to that location, and this is perfect. The amenities with Pomona is second to none. This is a nice home that you really enjoy. Let's take a look. Now, as you walk through, you don't have the front patio as some homes, but nice long entryway. You walk through, you got your glass door. Some people don't like that, maybe for privacy, but it's aesthetically pleasing. So right off the entryway, you have your stairway, and then you have your actual study. We're gonna take a look at the study first. So with this study, not a whole lot to it as far as just built-ins. This is just showing you kind of how you can use the space. Maybe you don't want a traditional study. Maybe you want more of a sitting room. So you have a little small couch right here. You do have a desk. Then you have some shelving on both sides. And then you have the TV. So this could be just a sitting area to hang out with your friends and family. Or you can have your traditional study, your office area if you work from home a lot. But this is kind of how they set up and use the space. Now, we're not going to go upstairs. We're going to work our way more into the living room, kitchen area. Before we do that, you can see here, you got a nice little powder bath. So you're entertaining people. They have a bathroom right there available to you. Now on your right hand side, they have office space they're using right now, but this is this could be a 3-car. This right here is set up for more of a 2-car, but they can have a 3-car tandem if you choose to, need extra space, have multiple people driving cars and want to have them in your garage. Now working our way through, you'll see here to the right side, this is where you're coming in from the garage, right? So you're coming from the garage, you have a mudroom, and I don't know, something happened right here. They were doing some work right there, but you have your mudroom, how they have it set up so the kids come in from school, because a lot of kids are back in school now. Thank you. So you have where they put their backpack, put their shoes, they just take it off right there. And then you have a laundry room. The laundry room is not bad, it's decent size. I kind of walk in and show you how big it is. So you have your washer and dryer, you have some cabinetry, you have shelving, you're trying to fold clothes. These are things that you kind of add depending on your lifestyle, depending on what you need, but not bad laundry room, nice size. Now, one of the things you'll see when we work our way through is kind of how spacious this kitchen is. I like the way they got it set up. So once again, you see throughout these homes, you're gonna see kitchen, you're gonna see a dining area, you're gonna see a living room. So it's great for entertainment. You're seeing that open concept type feel throughout most of the homes. With this big space, I like it when you're talking about just being able to have counter space. You get that with this island. I like the combination. Like some of the other homes you're seeing like more of the white, and then you see with the island, they wrap it with more color. So it kind of breaks up the actual kitchen. You have your Frigidaire, microwave, and then as well as the oven. But here's a question. I do have this question. Which one you want on top? Do you want the oven on top? Do you want the microwave on top? Personally, I kind of like the fact that the microwave is on top, but then if you have kids can easily grab if you're cooking. So I don't know. You tell me what makes sense for you and your family. I don't know. I got a little one, and I'm afraid he's gonna be grabbing the cookies while they're cooking. So I know they got a lock on it, but something to think about. Also, you have your traditional gas burner, 5 burners, so you have a big one with the pot. But notice you're seeing a theme throughout. A lot of builders are giving you the opportunity if you want to upgrade, and you can see the openness up top with the actual cabinets with the glass and the lighting. Brings a little bit more luxury feel. Those are upgrades. But the counter space, the way they have it wraps all the way around. So if you have a coffee station, you like to be a person like to get coffee in the morning, you have that station, and it's right off the pantry, which you'll see the built-in shelves with this pantry. Now, they have it open up where it's no door. So some people like to have the door, some people don't. It's just up to you. But you can see, you're talking about almost a top about 8 feet, 8 foot opening, so not bad. Now, as we work our way through, once again, you see how they utilize the space. Now you have your traditional dining area, so you can sit here. You have a nice sized table, nice spacious. It's spacious enough for, if you got a big family. And then as you work your way across, you can see, failed to mention this, but you can see that you still have that bar area. So if you're using for daily use, breakfast, and you just want to have your kids right there, they have it even set up to use that. And then as you work your way across, this is where you see your living room space. Now, once again, you have space set up. You can sit here, entertain. You got plenty of room. They put some nice little planks on here to kind of break up the wall, which is something you have to do on your own. This is something that, like most houses, just adds character to the space. Now, one of the things we'll do, we'll get into talking about the back patio and things of that nature. We're going to kind of work our way to the actual primary. I like this primary. It's pretty nice size. One thing I feel like when you look at this space, you're going to be able to see there's plenty of space. I mean, it's great room. They have the chandelier above, and that's the theme. Everybody's putting this nice chandelier. Me personally, I say this every home, maybe because it's 95 degrees outside right now. Fan. I like a fan. I like to have a fan in my room, just keep the room cool, especially here in Texas. And you can see the windows, they got plenty of natural light, which is great. But with the natural light, you also got the sun beaming in. So you got to have some curtains. And this space is pretty big space. Put a little bit of character here, put some planks on just to break up the wall again as well. Not bad. Now, as you flow through the room, you'll work your way in here to the actual primary bathroom. So the primary bathroom is a tile throughout. You got his and hers sink, a little bit counter space in between. As well as when you work your way to the left, you'll see that they have an example, and this is an example, you have a full shower, which it could be a shower or it can be a tub shower combination, depending on how you use your home or what you guys like. But I'm just giving you an example of how big it is. So same thing, you got the rain shower above, you stand the shower here, and then of course you have your knobs right here, so you can turn it on and you don't have to worry about getting yourself wet trying to turn it on. But you have plenty of space. So if you choose to do a traditional tub shower combination, you get that. Also, to your actual left here, you have your toilet right there. Now here you come in, this is going to be your closet. Now the one thing I will say, because how they have it set up is no door to close off. So when you're showering, the steam, the moisture could seep into your closet, which one, you got to have a good exhaust fan. You got to make sure that exhaust fan is big enough to take that moisture out so you don't end up ruining your clothes. Or you can have it where you actually have a door, shut it off, still have a good exhaust fan, because you want to make sure, because you're so close to the wet area within the bathroom, you don't want your clothes and your shoes to mess up, okay? So that's a tip, right? That's something you want to definitely be aware of if you're buying a home like this. Now, we're going to work our way upstairs and take a look at the upstairs and kind of break down what all David Weekley have to offer and what they're really known for. We'll take a look upstairs. Okay, so now we made our way upstairs. Upstairs, you're going to see a game room, which is really nice. Now, before I get into the game room and talking about what we have upstairs, I want to make sure, take your time, like, comment, subscribe, share with us what you think about these homes, share with us what you feel like we can actually offer to you when you're making the decision to relocate here to Houston area, or if you're in the Houston area and you're looking to just upgrade a home or sell your current home. We do that all the time. We particularly help anyone that needs help when it comes to real estate. We want to guide you and be your support system. Now, with that being said, let's go back to this home. Now, this is a nice setup. This is just, a game room. Now, they have it set up a game room, media room, a little bit entertainment space. You can see how the decor is more for like a kid's, like kind of going back to the era that I grew up in with Mario Brothers, little coins. So I think it's pretty cool how they did that. Obviously, you got a nice little couch. See, I got another dog, right? It seems like every time I go in a model home, I have a little companion, but it's not a bad space, man. It's actually really good. I feel like you can do a number of things. If you're a person that likes to entertain, you have that. If you're a person just want to have a place just to watch games, watch TV, you got that as well. So not bad. Now, it's also good because if you have kids and your kids are mostly upstairs, you got 2 different bedrooms. But before we get into bedrooms, you can see here you have 1 bath, full bath, and then you have a little closet space. And you can see how they made a little bit of area for games, right? Then, as you work your way through, bedroom, not a bad size. You have, this is more for probably a little girl, how they have the little teacup cafe style. And then you have your closet. So not a bad space for, full-size bed. And as you can see, kind of looking at the way it's set up, you have your bed, you have your actual dresser, and then here you have a closet set up as well. Okay, so not bad. Now you work your way across, you're going to be able to see how they got it set up more for a young boy. So this is more for fire truck setup, but decent space. I mean, the rooms are plenty of space for, kids. If you have, a little bit older children, they have a good amount of space. Full-size bed. They didn't do a whole lot, just put a dresser here, but not bad setup. Then you have your attic, so you enter to the attic as well. In which one of the things I will share with you with David Weekley, they're known for their insulation. They're known for just the subtle details behind the wall. So what you're going to get with them, you're going to get a very efficient home. Whether you're talking about the beams, the size of the beams, which the average beam is probably like 4 inches. Theirs is like 8. Also, you see the insulation, which it keeps the home very cool. Like I said, we're in Texas right now, and it's 95 degrees, and they don't have the AC running. It's not on blast, but it's very comfortable. That is good. So if you're thinking about utilities and saving money, that is something you can get with a home with David Weekley. They're really, really very, very, I said that like multiple times. Sorry, but you understand that they're looking at making sure when you buy your home, you're getting not just a nice home, but behind the walls, you're getting a really good quality home. So with that being said, we're going to work our way down. We're going to go to the back patio, take a look at that, and then talk about this particular subdivision, Pomona. Okay, so the back patio, it is nice size, to the point where, as you can see, they have a nice setup for outdoor entertainment where you have a couch, 2 love seats, as well as a nice little breakfast table. So you got plenty of space, and then when you look at it, man, you're talking about almost a good 20, I would say not 20 feet, probably like about 15 feet across, and probably 10 going vertical. So you got a good amount of space right there for entertainment. And if you like to enjoy yourself outside and you want a pool, you really don't want to deal with a whole lot of grass, you have a little space to actually have a pool, as long as it's in the proximity of the actual easement. So it's still enough room for that, but this is a nice little entertainment space. Okay, wrapping up this video, I want to make sure I share with you about the great amenities here in Pomona. You have 2 lakes where you can go out kayaking, fish, catch and release, really enjoy yourself. You also have tennis courts. You also have a pool. You have plenty of parks where the kids can go out and play. Even if you're a person that just want to walk, they got great trails out here too as well. And because it's where it's located, it's one of the destinations that a lot of people who are moving to Houston are looking for, and you get that here. Now with this particular home, like I said, this home, actually I didn't say this, but this home starts in the mid 380s, and you can work your way up depending on what your family need and wants are. So not bad. You're on a 45-foot lot, so with this lot, it's not going to be the biggest lot in the community, but it's a lot that they really maximize, and it's great for a starter family or someone who, you have some kids and you just need a space where your kids can have a comfortable space to enjoy themselves like we saw in the game room. So you get that. With that being said, I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, share this information with your friends and family. Hopefully we'll hear from you soon, but I thank you and you guys have a blessed day.